Hello and welcome to the EDH Bracket Doctor YouTube channel. My name is Vane, the Bracket Doctor, the one and only Bracket Doctor who will fix and doctor all things. I am the savior of Commander. Not really, but my goal for this YouTube channel is to discuss all things, analyze all things, and fix all things having to do with the bracket system for EDH or Commander. To start things off, our card of the day, Ancient Ziggurat. This says, tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. So this land, first of all, is gorgeous. About $4, I believe, at the time of recording. And is a great land option to fix your mana for your creature-based decks, if only to make sure you power out your 4-color commander. I think it's a great card, definitely slept on. Give it a shot in your creature decks. Now, the bracket system. What is it? Now, if you're watching this YouTube channel, you've probably already heard of the bracket system. So I'm not going to go into too great of detail, but I will go ahead and discuss what each of the brackets are. And then I will use some of what I believe should be included in this bracket system because, of course, I am the doctor. I am the savior. Not really, but Commander brackets system. So your first bracket is called the exhibition bracket. I'm going to use Rachel Weeks' words here. I love her brackets description. So in her words, she says, I want to show off my casual themed deck. And the description is, the deck for bracket 1 prioritizes theme over function. They often have a goal outside of winning. Anything from showcasing an under-supported mechanic to a favorite artist. I think that that's awesome. Some very specific items here include no game changers. I'll talk about what that is in a minute, though you probably already know what that is. No mass land denial. No extra turns. No 2-card combos. In her parentheses, she says game enders, lockouts, or infinites. Okay? And then few tutors. A tutor is a card that you play that allows you to search up any card given whatever the card you played says. I play this card, it says, go and find an enchantment. So I go into my deck and I find an enchantment. That is a tutor. So that's bracket 1. This is your celebration of art or celebration of a mechanic. You don't want to win. I mean, I'm sure you do, but your main goal is to show off the theme of your deck, whether it be art or a mechanic. Bracket number 2 is called core bracket, which I think is funny and ironic, but I'll get there in a bit. So Rachel says, I want a relaxed game with a satisfying ending. For bracket 2, the description is decks are focused and functional but contain suboptimal cards and strategies. This is comparable to an average modern precon. Notice it says average because not all precons are like this. Some are stronger than others, but the average as a whole fit into bracket 2. I think I agree with this. Wins are often telegraphed or incremental. So if they're telegraphed, if they happen over time, slowly, incrementally, that gives your opponents more of a chance to interact with your board and, well, make you not win. But you, if you are playing against bracket 2s, also can do the same to them. That's why it's a good description to use when you're trying to match up games. No game changers. No mass land denial, no chaining extra turns. That means you can use a card that says, hey, take an extra turn after this one, but you don't use that to then chain into another one, to chain into another one, so on and so forth. You're the only one playing the game. Nobody else is. Not really fun. Not the bracket 2 experience. No 2-card combos, and then few tutors. Now, bracket number 3 is called the upgraded bracket. In her words, she says, I like strong cards and I'm ready for battle. The description says decks are thoughtfully designed, powered up by synergy and additional card quality. More expensive cards. Moving on. Players may expect the game to end out of nowhere with powerful cards and some combos. This is where game changers are introduced. You may have up to 3 game changers. No mass land denial, no chaining extra turns. So, and then you can run whatever tutors you want, right? That's what it's saying. Now, there are some tutors that are on the game changers list, which I will go into here. There is a list of game changers. There's like 50 or 60. You can look up the game changers. Just Google it. You'll find it. You can have up to 3 of them in bracket 3, right? This is where, honestly, the majority of your Commander players at your local game store are going to be playing. This is the bracket I have the most problems with because there's a huge amount of ambiguity here. That's why the doctor's in town, y'all. I'm going to be fixing this. Bracket number 4 is the optimized bracket. Casually optimized. Kind of interesting there. We'll explain. Her word says, I built a powerhouse deck my way. The description, turbocharged with the most powerful cards in the format. These decks seek to optimize any and all strategies with synergy and speed, ready to play against anything. And there are no restrictions other than the banned list. Okay? So throw in all the game changers, throw in mass land denial, chain every extra turn you can, all of the tutors, it's all here. It's awesome. Okay? I think I'd like to build a bracket 4 deck, but I'm not sure what I want to build yet. Moving on. Bracket 5 is your competitive EDH, CEDH for short. And her word says, I'm here to win, no holds barred. Now, I would add to the description, tournament-minded, right? There is a metagame here. And the description is, decks are designed to battle in a specific competitive meta using only the most powerful and efficient commanders, strategies, disruptions, and win conditions. Again, there's no restrictions here other than the banned list. So a great way that this is it. These are the brackets for you. And if you're thinking, well, what brackets do I fit in? I'll give you a really easy way to know that which ones you're not. If you are unsure if your bracket is weak enough to fit into bracket 1, it's not a bracket 1. Bracket 1 is about theme. It's about art, mechanics. That is what it is. So if you're building a bracket 1, you are doing it on purpose. Bracket 5. If you are not sure if your deck is strong enough to be a bracket 5, it's not a bracket 5 because there is a competitive meta game. That is what bracket 5 is all about. You are using the exact cards, the exact strategies, the exact commanders that are included in the highest level of play. So if you want to build a bracket 5, you have to do your research. You have to choose what your strategy is going to be and how you are going to interact with the other well-known strategies. Those 2 are the easiest to know that you are not a part of. The middle 3 is where things get pretty juicy, and we got to do a lot of doctoring here, right? Core, which is bracket 2, really isn't core right now. Bracket 3 is the core experience because people want to win. People want to play good cards and they want to win. So if they want to win, why is bracket 4 not core? Because you're building the most powerful. It's because people don't got that money. Bracket 4 includes the most expensive cards. And there are many people who will say that price is not going to factor into this nearly as much as the other things, card quality. Sorry, I just bumped into my camera. I argue that it has a lot more to do with your bracket placement than you think. Because if I have one card that says, put a counter on target creature, and it costs 10 cents, you pay 1 mana, put a counter on it. And then the second card says, for 1 mana, put 2 counters on target creature. Which one are you going to choose? You're going to choose this one. Oh, but it's $1 now. Okay, well, do I have $1? Sure. And then you have the third card. It says, for 1 mana, put 3 counters on target creature. Which one are you going to choose? This one. Except for that this card costs $30. Well, I don't have $30 for 1 card. I have plenty of money for $1 cards. And I'm not going to play this one. This just is not good. So I'm going to do the $1 card. That's what gets you into bracket 3. It's the amount of cards like this that get you into bracket 3. That's my argument. So we're going to break all these things down. I'm going to start to give you examples of what different cards would go where. I'm going to say how we can fix these issues. That's this whole channel. And what I want from you is to agree with me, disagree with me, fight me, support me. I don't care, because I'm the doctor and I'm here to fix all of you. Not you, just kidding. But you, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You're on the naughty list. And then we're going to figure this out together as a collective. So if you like what you see, then like and subscribe. If I get enough following, then, these video quality will improve. The backgrounds, you're not going to look at my stubby fat fingertips all the time. We'll go from there. Don't forget to put this into your creature decks. The EDH Doctor, signing out.